No, it wasn't my first time getting baby oil rubbed on me.
I love fashion. I think it is something that you can definitely describe yourself through. It is something that can make you unique.
I watch a lot of runway shows, but you're not going to see my body type, which is sort of like short and like a little square.
When you see yourself a lot in the media, that's a message to you that your body is acceptable, that your body is ideal. And so to not see yourself, it makes you feel like other or alien.
High fashion and the fashion industry, it's creating this image of, you know, something to aspire to. And when you see someone there that's like you, it connects with you on a deeper level and makes you feel like you can be someone.
Definitely a little nervous. These BuzzFeed videos, man, you see a lot of girls with not a lot of clothes on, and I know how that shit feels right now.
I am scared. I'm definitely nervous, but I could really get behind the idea of switching gender roles. I feel like I'm constantly preaching that people should use their privilege to help people that don't have that privilege. So I mean, it's kind of a small step, but anywhere that I can use my privilege, I'm always excited to.
We need to shift the narrative of what society or the images that are pushed out into the current media about who we are as people of color, who we are as women, who we are as just human beings.
I love the Prada image that we will be recreating. It's funny because I look at the image and I immediately thought these should be ethnic women.
I'm excited for it. They're very stone-faced. I typically smile a lot. Like when I get serious, it's kind of scary, so I don't really like to be that, but I think it'll show off a more fierce side of me.
They kind of perpetuate this idea that there's one way to look in order to be considered beautiful, and that's just not the case at all. I think that, you have women of color, you have trans women, you have trans women of color, you have all of these diverse people who are all beautiful in their own way.
As a trans woman growing up, no, I did not see very many positive representations of trans women. If anything, I only have seen negative representations.
If I see a woman that looks like me, that has the same hair, same image, I feel like already you have me. I'm like, okay, those pants look cute on her, they look cute on me.
Today I'll be recreating a Chanel ad. I think that fashion is art that we wear. So I think the purpose of clothing is to represent the self. So you wear this shirt because you think it says something about X, Y, or Z about you. I also think that fashion upholds our gender and body ideals. Ads are so ubiquitous in our everyday. It's impossible not to take something away from them and not to have it imprint itself on your mind.
I've definitely seen the Mark Wahlberg, Calvin Klein image. Dude is ripped, crazy ripped. I mean, we probably took a couple of months to get that body together. The gesture of grabbing your nuts, I mean, I kind of do that by default. It's definitely bravado. Very masculine, very not giving a fuck.
I'm kind of excited to be posing in my underwear. I was always, the naked roommate.
I absolutely think that there should be more pregnant women in ads for things other than sort of baby or maternity related things, because it's something that is very natural and happens all the time. And as a pregnant woman, I don't stop wanting to feel sexy the second that there's a baby growing in my room.
I remember telling my mom growing up the prettiest Asian person wouldn't compare to the ugliest white person. Because that's all I saw in the media is I only saw Asians as nerds or just really minor characters that weren't important to the story.
There needs to be more diversity, not just with Black models, but models of all cultures and also more trans models. There are so many out there.
I'm an in-betweenie, which is half plus size, not really straight size. And I never really saw anybody like that, especially Latina.
I haven't ever looked at an underwear ad and thought that I saw myself, but I think that's because I already could just see me rocking them anyway. So I was just okay, I'm not there, but I'm gonna be there someday.
People are finding their voices, and people are realizing that they're deserving of representation and of beauty.
If there's one thing I could tell big fashion companies, it would be please hire more girls who look like me or look like the other girls who are out on the street instead of just one type in ethnicity and body type, because I feel like we need to be represented too.
I think that The world is already a very beautiful place, but I often wonder how it would make people feel mentally if they saw themselves more, if they were represented more. I know that when I saw myself, I was practically moved to tears.
It's not just one face that's looking at these magazine covers. It's plenty of different diverse faces who come from different backgrounds, and that's important that it's represented.
More and more, the more visible that I am when it comes to my identity, I think the more that it reaches an audience that are like me and are inspired by seeing me.
Automatically, like when I was looking at the Mark Wahlberg picture, I was just like admiring like the hard work that went into the body rather than like wanting that body, if that makes sense.
It's a rarity that you'll like, I don't know, see a half-naked dude and a fully clothed woman. It's usually the opposite of that, so it made me like just think about how like a woman would feel, you know, doing what I just did, which happens all the time.
This is that black girl magic in full effect, and I don't have to be in a dress with a press and curl, you know what I'm saying? I can rock these locks. I don't have to have on a whole bunch of eyelashes and stuff.
I'm 35 weeks pregnant and I'm working today, you know? So I think normalizing pregnancy is just like another part of everyday life is really important.
To a young trans girl or anyone in general who wants to follow their dreams and feel like they don't see themselves, I would tell you that sometimes you have to break that mold. Sometimes you have to be that first person, and don't look for someone to tell you that it's okay or you're valid. Go out there and break down those walls and do it yourself.
The world is all shapes, all sizes, all everything. It's not just one thing. So yes, inclusivity completely matters in life because that's what you see in real life.